different traffic.
Keeping a close eye on this crash.
That's why you need a powerful team, 7 strong, to take on Washington mornings.
That will be a major threat for today.
Get news.
Lawmakers are considering a bill.
Welcome back to Good Morning Washington.
Plus traffic and weather to go.
These clouds are going to be rolling in.
And the Washington morning team that's always on your side. ABC 7's Good Morning Washington, where good mornings start. Now, ABC 7 News at 11, on your side.
No collusion, no coordinated effort, and no evidence that the president's campaign worked with Russia to influence the 2016 presidential election. That's the conclusion tonight from Attorney General William Barr. Despite those findings, the debate ongoing between both sides of the aisle, but the president declaring victory.
There was no collusion with Russia. There was no obstruction, and none whatsoever. And it was a complete and total exoneration.
Now, 7 is on your side with team coverage from the impact of that controversial report to what comes next in this multi-million-dollar investigation that you paid for. Now, we begin with Sinclair's chief political correspondent, Scott Thuman, from our D.C. bureau.
It was a complete and total exoneration. It's a shame that our country had to go through this.
President Trump boasting Sunday of what appeared to be a major legal victory. The Justice Department's summary of Robert Mueller's almost 2-year investigation showing he couldn't find proof of election interference between the Trump campaign and Russians. Although regarding possible obstruction, well, that couldn't be determined, quote, one way or the other. Mueller indicating while there isn't a conclusion Trump committed a crime, that doesn't exonerate him. Trump's campaign citing the roughly 19 government lawyers, 500 search warrants, and 2,800 subpoenas, and quickly sending out a video attacking his attackers.
We know there was collusion with people in the campaign.
All the resources he needed, all the time that he needed, subpoena power. I think at the end of the day, this could put this all to rest and we can move on and continue to do the job that we're supposed to be doing.
That's merely wishful thinking for Republicans since there are still multiple congressional investigations underway. And as always, Democratic murmurs of impeachment.
I want the whole damn report because nobody, especially this president, is above the law.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senator Chuck Schumer are demanding access to all of Mueller's underlying documents, setting up yet another possible fight.
We are going to take it as far as necessary to make sure that we do. We have an independent obligation to share the facts with the American people.
In Washington, I'm Scott Thuman.
Now, there's no shortage of reaction on the Mueller report and the Attorney General's conclusion today. And even those who say they support the president want to see that report. Our Victoria Sanchez continues our team coverage with a reaction from the people who paid for this report. You, the taxpayers.
And Carl, it was a pretty penny. The special counsel concluded his investigation, but this does not mean the questions will stop. The Trump administration is taking this as an enormous win, and Democrats are not backing down. Everyday Americans have their own take on what should happen next. For 675 days, nearly 2 years, special counsel Robert Mueller led the investigation into Russian interference and looked into possible connections between President Donald Trump's campaign and the 2016 election. The cost? Around $33 million.
Waste of time and money and resources.
And it was a waste of taxpayer money.
And he did find a lot of things in the meantime that weren't so good that was going on. It was worthwhile doing still.
Mueller's 22-month-long probe wrapped up and a final report finished. But that is still under wraps and a summary released.
I think it's important to remind people it was written by Attorney General Barr, a political appointee of the president, and not Special Counsel Mueller.
Calls for the full report to be made available came quickly. Once Barr stated the president did not conspire with Russia.
There's no secrets in Washington. It would have leaked long before now, in my opinion. So I think the report is as I expected it to be.
The Mueller report must be made public for a full accounting of what happened.
Some visiting the White House Sunday evening did not agree with the investigation, but still want to see it for themselves.
Yes, we have a right to know.
The American people should be able to see it.
I say release the whole thing, clear it up.